Welcome to Learning to Engineer. In the previous videos, we saw the application of Kirchhoff's current and voltage law for different simple circuits. We applied the Ohm's law repeatedly over a loop and then we made the Kirchhoff's voltage law and the Kirchhoff's current law. If we apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law to all the loops present in a network, then that is called as mesh analysis. In the previous videos, we solved the application of Kirchhoff's current and voltage law by applying it to some simple circuits. We can also solve the network by using Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem. We can simplify them basically. But not all the techniques can be used everywhere. For a 3-node circuit or for a 2-node circuit, simply mesh and nodal analysis will be enough. But if we go to higher nodes and if we are trying to simplify the circuit, we need the help of superposition, Thevenin, Norton's theorems. We'll look into that later on after we understand the nodal and mesh analysis. Let's get started with nodal analysis. In this circuit that you are seeing, we have 3 power sources. All are independent sources. We have 2 voltage source and 1 current source. Let's solve this circuit to find V1 and V2. In this circuit, we should find V1, which is the voltage across the 3 ohm resistor, and V2, which is the voltage across the 12 ohm resistor. Next, we have to find the power that is absorbed by the 6 ohm resistor. This is the 6 ohm resistor. To find the power absorbed, we should either know the voltage across it or the current that is passing through it. We will first solve for V1 and V2 and then proceed with finding the power across 6 ohm resistor. We have 3 principal nodes in this circuit, 1, 2 and 3. I am calling this as VA, this as VB and this as VC. We will first find out VA, VB and VC and then go to finding V1 and V2. If I apply Kirchhoff's current law here, I will be getting 240 minus VA as the voltage that is across 3 ohm resistor. I am just putting it like this. 240 minus VA divided by 3 ohm, because voltage divided by the resistance is the current. So I am assuming that all the currents are entering this node except the 10 ampere which is leaving this. So this is the first current that is entering, and then we have the current VB minus VA divided by 6 ohm here. VB minus VA divided by 6, that is also entering, which is equal to 10. 10 ampere is leaving. By KCL, the sum of entering currents is same as the sum of leaving currents. If we solve this, we will get our first equation is minus 3VA minus VB equal to minus 420. This is our first equation, or this is the nodal equation for the node A. Let us now go to the node B. I am now assuming that all the currents are leaving this node. So, VB has the highest potential compared to VA and V according to our assumption. According to our assumption, VB has the highest potential. That is why all the currents are leaving this node. Logically speaking, we must have some current that is entering to this node, only then it will leave. Let us see in the end what the other voltages are and then compare and understand whether VB is really the greatest. It cannot be, but let us try it out. However, we are assuming the direction of current. It is not a problem actually, but we have to draw the current equations according to our understanding of the current flow. The equations that we write should be coherent to the current direction that we are understanding or assuming. For example, if I say that I am assuming that VB has the highest potential, VB minus VA should be considered. meaning that the current flow is from B to A. Only then B will have highest potential according to my assumption or understanding. I should not put this as VA minus VB. In that case, I am seeing the current direction to flow between B to A, but in the equation, if I write VA minus VB, then it is wrong. It is a mistake. We must have our equations written exactly as per our assumption of this circuit. So this equation will become let us apply the same principle to the third node. In the C node, we have a voltage source 60 volt which is between the reference node and the node C. Therefore, VC is 60 volt. So, my current direction will be in this ways. VC is 60 volt. If I apply VC equal to 60 in my second node, I will be getting the equation as minus 10 VA plus 17 VB minus 300 equal to 0. We now have a simultaneous equation of two unknowns. In this case, we have this equation and we have this equation. We can solve both to find VA and VB. I'm sorry, this is plus VB, not minus VB. So here it will be a plus. So we have two equations, minus 3VA plus VB is equal to minus 420 and minus 10VA plus 17VB is 300. If we solve both, we will be getting, we naturally know VC which is 60 volt from the circuit equations. We know this VA, we know VB, we know VC. What is asked? We have to find V1 and V2, which is these two voltages. V1 is nothing but 240 minus VA. 240 minus V1 is VA. Therefore, V1 will be 240 minus VA or 240 minus 181.46 volt. So, therefore, V1 will be V1 is 58.53 volt. Let us check V2. V2 is the voltage across 12 ohm resistor. We have assumed the direction to be this way. Therefore, V2 is VB, which is the total voltage across this node, minus 60 volt. I can write it as V2 is VB minus 60 volt. Alright. V2 will be 124.39 minus 60, 64.39 volt. We first applied Kirchhoff's current law to all three loops. We formed the equation. Then all these equations got reduced to a simultaneous equation of two unknowns when we applied VC is 60 volt. Therefore, after solving all the equations, we got VA, VB and VC, by which we got V1 and V2. This is the first subdivision of the problem. In the second subdivision, we are asked to find out the power absorbed by the 6 ohm resistor. The power absorbed by the 6 ohm resistor is voltage across it times the current through it. Or in other words, we can put it as V square divided by R. What is the voltage across it? VA minus VB, which is VA is 181.46 minus VB is 124.39 whole square divided by the resistance 6. So we will be getting the power across the 6 ohm as 542.83 watt. I have a question for you. I am saying that this network has a dependent voltage source in between. Okay, this is VA and this is VB. Take for example, I am just drawing this part of the node here. You have a 6 ohm resistor and then you have a dependent voltage source. This is, let me say, 6V2. Pause this video here. Think for a moment how to put the loop equations for this circuit. For this circuit, you have two elements between the node. It's not just one element. In that case, what will be the Kirchhoff's current law's equation? Think for a moment and then let me know your answers.